Stay informed, Bahamas, stay ahead. It's your daily Bahamas headlines.
Good morning. These are your Tribune highlights for Tuesday, February 3rd, 2026. Brought to you by your Daily Bahamas headlines. We begin with the lead story. The Tribune reports that Uber is moving closer to launching in the Bahamas despite strong opposition from the Bahamas Taxicab Union. A businessman involved in the talks says arrangements are advancing and insists the service will operate within existing laws using licensed drivers and regulated fares. Taxi union leaders warn the move threatens livelihoods and public safety, while supporters argue the country risks falling behind by resisting modern technology. Another major story this morning. The Free National Movement is demanding answers after the Bahamas Grid company was allegedly denied access to the New Providence Control Center during a recent island-wide blackout. The outage affected thousands and has reignited concerns about accountability and coordination between Bahamas Power and Light and Gridco. Officials say discussions are ongoing, but the incident has deepened public frustration over power reliability. In health and public safety news, an ex-health minister says the Bahamas is in a far darker place due to the unregulated sale of prescription medicines. Concerns remain that drugs are being sold without prescriptions or proper oversight, posing serious health risks. While enforcement has improved, officials warn the issue is not a victimless crime and requires sustained regulatory action. In court news, a man has been awarded $75,000 for unlawful detention, though the court ruled his later rearrest was lawful. In separate cases, 2 stepfathers have been remanded on allegations of sexual assault involving minors. A man was sentenced to 5 years for possessing a rifle and ammunition, and 2 accused in a major Bimini cocaine bust were granted bail set at $100,000 each. Turning to social issues, the Tribune highlights the lasting impact of violence on children left behind by murder, describing them as the quiet victims who often suffer in silence. Advocates are calling for stronger community support. In a related appeal, Families of All Murder Victims is urging Bahamians to donate blood in honor of birthdays, pointing to ongoing shortages at public hospitals. From the Family Islands, a weekend fire has devastated a family-owned hotel in Bimini, destroying much of the property and years of hard work. Investigations into the cause are continuing as the community rallies around the owners. In business news, an ex-minister warns that a corporate income tax may be inevitable if the Progressive Liberal Party wins the next election, arguing that reforms already put the structure in place. Meanwhile, foreign reserves have risen by about $200 million, though credit growth remains slow. The central bank also says check elimination is not imminent, but confirms continued movement toward faster digital payment systems. Also in business, about 2,000 civil servants are set to receive promotion notices, a move officials say recognizes long-serving workers and aims to boost morale in the public service. From the editorial and letters, the editorial argues that the taxi union's legacy now faces a serious threat from Uber, not because of technology alone, but because of years of resistance to change. It traces the history of the taxi industry, noting that drivers were once protected by exclusive rights and government policy, but warns that the world has moved on. The editorial suggests that refusing innovation will not preserve livelihoods, but may instead hasten decline. It stresses that disruption is already here, and that the real question is whether the industry adapts in a way that improves service, safety, and accountability for passengers. In letters to the editor, writers debate political influence and fairness, including whether Obie Wilchcombe pulled rank on Clint Watson. Others question impartiality in public life and journalism, raising concerns about power, privilege, and how decisions are made behind the scenes as the country heads toward an election. That's your look at today's Tribune. For full stories and additional coverage, be sure to purchase a copy of the paper or visit their website. Remember, staying informed helps us make better decisions. Enjoy your day, be blessed, and be a blessing.